The BJP on Sunday took the big decision suspending its spokesperson Nupur Sharma after her controversial remarks on Prophet Muhammad that triggered protests and condemnations. Arab countries including Qatar, Kuwait and Iran summoned Indian ambassadors and denounced the controversial comments made against Prophet Muhammad. Qatar welcomed the suspension of Nupur Sharma from the Saffron Party. Pakistan Prime Minister, meanwhile, also waded into this issue, condemning the remarks. The comments of the Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif comes at a time when religious minorities in Pakistan are facing unprecedented violence and discrimination. So they're really the last ones to preach about this issue. Clashes broke out in Kanpur on Friday as two groups threw stones at each other over a call to shut down markets in protest against Nupur's statements made in the context of the controversy over the Gyanvapi issue. Nupur since has also issued a statement expressing her apologies for hurting religious sentiments.
खुद नाखुश कार्यकर्ता कभी आपके ऊपर चप्पल उठा रहे हैं, गिरा रहे हैं, कभी आपके ऊपर स्याही फेंक रहे हैं.
One of the BJP's most known faces on national television.
That you need to nip this exercise.
Known for articulating BJP's stand on crucial national issues.
The report and the survey being conducted by the ASI as per the orders of the lower court.
The National Party's most outspoken voice, Nupur Sharma, getting the axe from her party over her remarks on the Prophet Muhammad during a television debate, which sparked violence by a mob in Kanpur. The BJP deciding to expel Nupur Sharma and relieve her of all party responsibilities pending an inquiry, making it clear that the BJP respects all religions and does not approve bad-mouthing of any religious figure.
सर्वधर्म संभाव तो हमारी नीति है.
सर, नुपुर शर्मा और नवीन जिंदल को एक्सपेल कर दिया, इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
और दीजिए.
आखिरी सवाल, इस पे क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
Sorry.
Nupur Sharma claimed that she was receiving rape and murder threats from the Islamic radicals. With her statement now, she's clarified she did not want to insult anyone and that she reacted because she was upset over constant insult to Lord Shiva in a television debate. But now she takes back her words if it has hurt religious sentiment. But the Bharatiya Janata Party faced flack both from its followers and detractors over axing of Nupur Sharma. BJP supporters slammed penal action against Nupur, accusing the BJP of throwing her to the wolves, calling it an appeasement of Islamists. Political rivals said the BJP is paying for hatred politics.
इन लोगों की प्राइमरी मेंबरशिप को सिर्फ सस्पेंड ही नहीं करना चाहिए था, इनको हमेशा के लिए पार्टी से निकाला जाना चाहिए था.
The BJP is said to have removed Nupur Sharma following outrage in the Arab world, but in doing so, it may have upset a large section of its own party supporters who are openly backing the axed spokesperson. With Tejashri Purandare, Bureau Report, India Today.
And on Friday, Kanpur was on the boil as violence broke out over this issue, over the controversial comments made by Nupur Sharma on Prophet Muhammad. The mastermind behind this violence has been held along with at least 29 others. The police say that there could be a PFI hand behind the Kanpur riots. More details in our next report.
Massive mob violence. Stone pelting and street fights. Firing of gunshots. Pitched battle with police. This was Friday's big unrest in UP's Kanpur. Over Nupur Sharma's remarks on the Prophet. And now comes the massive crackdown. At least 29 rioters, including the mastermind Zafar Hayat Hashmi, have been taken into custody. Hashmi allegedly organized the mob violence after forcing local Hindu shopkeepers to shut their shops. he allegedly got help from radical outfits.
कस्टडी 14 दिन की दी गई है, 18 तारीख तक, और बाकी के बारे में मैं आपको और जानकारी अभी देना उचित मुझे नहीं प्रतीत होता है। देखते हैं और क्या कार्यवाही होती है, उसके बाद में फिर।
Probe agencies have also uncovered a link to radical Islamist outfit PFI to these riots, after documents related to the radical group were found on the accused.
देखिए, पीएफआई के कनेक्शन से कोई संभावना से इनकार नहीं किया जा सकता। कुछ हमको क्लूज मिले हैं, अब एक बार स्पेशल इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग टीम पूरी जांच कर ले, उसके बाद इस पर टिप्पणी करना उचित होगा।
ट्रांजैक्शन मिले हैं कुछ पीएफआई से जुड़े हुए कुछ लोगों के दस्तावेज?
नहीं, ट्रांजैक्शन अभी हम देख नहीं पाए, अब रिमांड पे लेके आने वाले दिनों में ट्रांजैक्शंस और हम चेक करेंगे और फिर आपको कंक्लूसिवली बताएंगे।
The anti-terror squad led by top cops are now investigating how PFI organized the violence.
In the investigation, it has revealed that some angles with the PFI is also being investigated. Now, the 14-day custody which will be sought is for the investigation that will be done regarding the links with the PFI. The police commissioner has told that the bank statements of the accused will be checked, and also some of his call will be traced.
A political war of words is simmering, with the BJP and opposition facing off over the clashes.
Wherever and whenever there seems to be an incident involving communal tension, a pattern seems to be emerging that the PFI's name emerges, and this gets reported in the media. There seems to be a growing demand across the country that action is required against the PFI, and the agencies are doing what they have to, the investigative agencies.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जब से शासन आया केंद्र में, पूरे देश में इसी तरह नफरत, घृणा और एक दूसरे के खिलाफ माहौल बिगाड़ने की कोशिश हो रही है, और जो कानपुर में हुआ है और भी जगहों पे हो रहा है। कोई भी समुदाय हो, अगर वो सांप्रदायिक माहौल को बिगाड़ने का प्रयास करता है तो ये दुखद है, और लेकिन इसमें शह जो है वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का है।
The Yogi government has promised to punish the rioters who went on a rampage and resorted to street attacks on policemen. With Simar Chawla in Kanpur, Bureau Report, India Today.
And the showdown over the Gyanvapi Shivling continues to simmer. A Hindu seer who vowed to offer prayers at this claimed Gyanvapi Shivling has been placed under house arrest now. Observing a fast this year, is adamant that he will not break it until he's given permission to offer prayers at the Gyanvapi Shivling, which is reportedly, according to the seer and several others of the Hindu side, in the Vazukhana of the mosque. The Swami's health is now deteriorating. He's given up on food and water. Swami Avimukteshwaranand, the chief of Vidya Math, had earlier thrown an open challenge of offering prayers at Gyanvapi. He was stopped by the Varanasi police and placed under house arrest. Police officials say that as the Gyanvapi matter is pending in court, permission quite simply will not be given for prayers at the mosque complex.
मठ में लोगों को आने से और मठ के अंदर जो लोग रह रहे हैं उनको बाहर जाने से रोका जा रहा है पुलिस के द्वारा। बहुत सारी पुलिस बाहर चारों तरफ घेरे खड़ी है मठ को और रोका जा रहा है। अब हम सवेरे जा रहे थे पूजा करने के लिए ज्ञानवापी, वहाँ भी हमको जाने नहीं दिया गया। हम जितने लोग जा रहे थे हमने उनको सबको मना कर दिया। अकेले जाने के लिए हम तैयार हो गए, एक थाली पूजा की सामग्री लेकर के, तब भी हमको रोक दिया गया। तो अब सवाल ये है कि अब हम अन्न जल त्याग करके प्रतीक्षा कर रहे हैं। कोर्ट में हमारे वकील गए हुए हैं, अर्जेंसी एप्लीकेशन लगाए हुए हैं कि सुनवाई कर लीजिए, बात हमारी सुन लीजिए, फिर भी हमको बाहर नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है।
स्वामी जी अन्न और जल दोनों का त्याग कर चुके हैं। स्वामी जी को डायबिटीज़ की समस्या है और अभी हम लोगों ने कुछ देर पहले यहीं पर मठ में ही स्वास्थ्य का परीक्षण किया था। स्वामी जी का शुगर लेवल 44 हो गया है, 44। स्वामी जी कहते हैं कि मेरी तपस्या जारी है, भगवान को जो करना हो करे, प्रशासन को जो करना हो करे, मैं सबके लिए तैयार हूँ। मेरी इच्छा बस यही है कि करोड़ों सनातनी हिंदू धर्मावलंबियों की जो ये इच्छा है कि भगवान आदि विश्वेश्वर प्रकट हुए हैं तो उनकी पूजा होनी चाहिए। और घर में भी हम लोग जब स्नान करते हैं तो भगवान को पूजा भोग चढ़ा करके ही स्वयं खाया जाता है। स्वामी जी स्वयं निकले थे पूजा करने के लिए, उनको रोक दिया गया।
Now, a civil court will resume hearing of the Malali Mandir Masjid case. During the hearing, the court will decide whether the case comes within the purview of the civil court or the Waqf court. The court will also decide whether the petition filed by VHP is a priority or not. Remember that this controversy began after a temple-like structure was found during renovation work of the mosque. The Vishwa Hindu Parishad, the VHP, claimed that a temple existed beneath the mosque and that survey should be conducted to find out the truth. Masjid authorities have sought the dismissal of the petition for a Gyanvapi-like survey of this mosque too. This comes amid a firestorm over various mosques in Karnataka, with Hindu groups having claimed that there's proof that they were built on temples. And this Monday morning, let's get you all of the updates on the investigation by the Hyderabad police into the gang rape case. On Sunday, forensic teams have searched the two vehicles, the Mercedes-Benz and the Innova car that was used by the accused. Samples were collected and they're being looked into by the agency. One adult accused is yet to be arrested.
A 17-year-old gang raped. The accused from some of the most politically influenced families of Telangana. Hyderabad shaken and shocked. Allegations of massive cover-up and conspiracy to let off the accused. And 8 days after the chilling crime, Hyderabad cops forced to crack down. 18-year-old prime accused Saduddin Malik has been arrested. Cops managed to zero in on another key accused, Umair Khan. 3 other gang rape accused, who are said to be minors, have been sent to juvenile justice system after being apprehended. Cops have also recovered an Innova car which was used by the 5 accused to gang rape the minor victim. The 5 had offered to drop the victim home from a pub in posh Jubilee Hills. However, they parked the car at an isolated location and raped her. The accused had used a red color Mercedes to pick up the minor girl from the pub and took her to a cafe. Cops said that the accused changed into the Innova where the crime was perpetrated. After the gang rape, the group dropped the victim at the pub. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, who attended a marriage event of a top cops family amid the thick of controversy, came under heavy opposition fire. The BJP and Congress have claimed that the police are shielding the accused, who are from influential and powerful families. The BJP, which had accused sons of MIM and TRS leaders to be involved in the gang rape, promised to ensure UP-style bulldozer justice.
ఒక మైనర్ బాలిక మీద అత్యాచారం జరిగింది. 28వ తారీఖు అత్యాచారం జరిగితే ఇప్పుడు కూడా నిన్న కేవలం 2 వ్యక్తులను మాత్రమే అరెస్ట్ చేసి అసలైన వ్యక్తులను తప్పించే ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్న విషయాన్ని ఒక్కసారి మనం గమనించాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. నేను ముఖ్యమంత్రి కొడుకుది వీడియో చూసిన ముఖ్యమంత్రి కొడుకు ఊరించుకుంటా మాటలు చెప్తున్నాడు. ఉత్తరప్రదేశ్ నుంచి బుల్డోజర్లు తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రానికి రాబోతున్నాయి.
It is a shameful part of the government, the heart of the city, the raping the innocent girl. It should be taken very seriously and punishment should be very hard.
Mahmood Ali, Home Minister, attempted to downplay the simmering issue by calling the ghastly crime a modern-day mistake.
वो भी खाती करार जाते हैं, पुलिस कभी भी उन्हें छोड़ती नहीं है. पुलिस नहीं, क्योंकि उसमें माइनर बच्चे होने की वजह से एक आध दिन आगे पीछे हुआ, और हमारी पुलिस बराबर स्ट्रिक्टली काम करने वाली पुलिस तेलंगाना पुलिस है. एडवांस जमाना आ चुका है, कोई गलतियां हो रही तो उसका बहुत दुख है और पुलिस जरूर कंट्रोल करेगी.
Amid growing outrage, Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan asked Telangana Chief Secretary and DGP to submit report within 2 days. With Ashish Pandey in Hyderabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
Another story we're tracking closely this Monday morning. Superstar Salman Khan and his father have received a death threat letter on Sunday. Salman Khan's father, Salim Khan, found this letter during his daily walk at Bandra Bandstand Promenade. The letter threatens that Salman Khan and his father will face the same fate as Sidhu Moosewala, the Punjabi singer who was shot dead last week, allegedly by dreaded gangster Lawrence Bishnoi and his aides. An FIR has been registered. Alarm bells are ringing as this isn't the first time that Salman Khan has received a death threat. Back in 2018, Lawrence Bishnoi, again let me highlight that he's the key accused of Moosewala's murder, had threatened to kill Salman Khan, had even sent one of his associates to conduct a recce of Salman's residence. India Today has also accessed a video which shows a brazen display of threat to Salman Khan back from 2018 when gangster Lawrence Bishnoi, in custody, was caught on camera issuing a threat to Salman Khan, saying that he'll kill the actor while he's in Jodhpur.
जब हम करेंगे तो पता लग ही जाएगा। सलमान खान का करेंगे, मारेंगे ही, जोधपुर में मारेंगे तो पता लग जाएगा इनको। अभी तो मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं, अभी नहीं मतलब कोई इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं। जब हम करेंगे तो पता लग ही जाएगा। सलमान खान का करेंगे, मारेंगे ही, जोधपुर में मारेंगे तो पता लग जाएगा इनको। अभी तो मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं, अभी नहीं मतलब कोई इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं।
All right, let's move on now and get you details of a tragedy that's played out in Uttarakhand's Uttarkashi, a road accident in which 26 pilgrims have lost their lives. This was a bus carrying around 28 pilgrims which fell into a gorge near Damta in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. The police and SDRF promptly was deployed at the site to rescue the pilgrims. The bus was travelling to Uttarkashi from the Panna district in Madhya Pradesh. Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami reached the disaster control room in Dehradun to take stock of the situation. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, accompanied by the Uttarakhand Chief Minister, also visited the spot. The state government has announced ex gratia of 1 lakh rupees for the kin of the deceased and 50,000 to those injured. The PMO, the Prime Minister's office, has also condoled the deaths of the pilgrims and announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees for the kin of the deceased.
ये है यमुनोत्री नेशनल हाईवे का NH 94 और यहाँ पर अभी 7 बजे के आसपास एक वाहन जो मध्य प्रदेश के यात्रियों से भरा हुआ था, जिसमें 27 से 28 यात्री बताए जा रहे हैं कि 27 से 28 यात्री उसमें थे, वो यहाँ पर जो है अचानक दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हो गया। वाहन इस कदर जो है दुर्घटनाग्रस्त हुआ है कि वाहन के 2 टुकड़े हो गए, 2 टुकड़ों में तब्दील हो गया और यमुना नदी में जाने से सिर्फ 10 मीटर ऊपर जाकर के अटक गया और उसमें जो है कई यात्री हताहत होने की भी सूचना यहाँ जो है सूत्रों के द्वारा मिल रही है। हालांकि पुलिस प्रशासन अभी पूर्णतया कोई पुष्ट जानकारी देने से जो है बच रहा है, लेकिन जो हॉस्पिटल में अभी जो है घायलों को जो पहुंचाया गया उनमें 3 घायल जो है वो भी मृत घोषित कर दिए गए और साथ में एक डेड बॉडी जो ऊपर लाई गई है। तो इनको मिला करके कुल 4 डेथ होनी यहाँ पर बताई गई है और 3 घायलों को उपचार दिया जा रहा है।
यहाँ से बस गिरी और हम लोग सब लोग और यहाँ की जनता भी, यहाँ के लोकल लोग भी, पुलिस भी, पूरा प्रशासन लगा है और जो लाशें जो जीवित थे सड़क में और हॉस्पिटल तक पहुँचाए हम लोगों ने, तो उनमें से 3 ही बचे हैं। 7 बचाए थे, 7 लाए थे हमने, उसमें 3 ही बचे हैं।
डामटा ऐसी जगह है जो बीच में पड़ता है देहरादून और उत्तरकाशी के बीच में। देहरादून से ज़्यादा बचाव के आसान है, इसलिए यहाँ के मैक्स हॉस्पिटल और हमारे एम्स ऋषिकेश और जो भी अस्पताल हैं उन सभी को पहले से ही जो है बता दिया है कि जो भी बचाव के काम हो सकते हैं वो किया जा रहा है। मध्य प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री जी से भी बात हुई है, उनका भी फ़ोन आया है और लगातार हम लोग संपर्क में, जो भी जरूरी बचाव के लिए ज़रूरी चीज़ें हैं वो सब की जा रही हैं।
दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण और दर्दनाक हादसा है। हमारे पन्ना के भाई बहन जो 4 धाम की यात्रा पर गए थे, उनकी एक बस गिर गई और जिसमें दुखद मृत्युआं हुई है। मैंने तत्काल उत्तराखंड के मुख्यमंत्री श्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी से बात की। पुष्कर धामी जी ने पूरे तंत्र को वहां सक्रिय किया है। कलेक्टर हो, एसपी हो, एसडीआरएफ की टीम हो, सब वहां लोगों को निकालने में लगी हुई है।
Rafael Nadal showed that he is the emperor of clay by winning the French Open for a record 14th time. The Spaniard defeated Casper Ruud in the final 6-3, 6-3, 6-0 to continue his absolute domination at the Roland Garros. This win has given him his 22nd Grand Slam title, level with Steffi Graf in the all-time greats list. Check out how all of the action played out at the French Open.
The king of clay stood tall in his kingdom. Rafael Nadal cemented his legacy by clinching the French Open for a record 14th time with a straight set victory over Norway's Casper Ruud. Nadal dispatched Ruud 6-3, 6-3, 6-0. Right from the onset, the Spaniard dictated terms to Ruud by breaking him early. Although Ruud broke back, Nadal secured his second break and maintained consistency to win the first set 6-3 in 51 minutes. Ruud tried to fight as he broke in the fourth game of the second set, with Nadal serving a double fault. But the Spaniard bounced back in grand style. Nadal broke Ruud's serve thrice and clinched the second set 6-3 to dominate proceedings. When Nadal broke Ruud twice in the third set, the writing was on the wall. With this win, Nadal has won 22 major Grand Slam titles, pulling clear ahead of Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic, who have 20 titles. Nadal's tally of 22 Grand Slams is level with Steffi Graf. Only Margaret Court and Serena Williams have won more Grand Slams than Nadal. Nadal has increased his tally of French Open titles to 14. No individual has ever won one Grand Slam so many times in the history of the Open era.
And you can catch all the latest sports news and much more on our website, indiatoday.in. Do also download the India Today app. I'm slipping into a short break here on First Up. Be right back with the top stories.